it really affected my personal life and the kind of life that my wife and I thought we would have together and with my daughter. And I think that's what hurts the most, because a lot of things that I thought we'd be doing together, we haven't been able to.
ME is a chronic, fluctuating disease that affects the neurological system and predominantly the immune system. It can affect many different parts of the body. Most patients experience what's called post-exertional fatigue. So any kind of energy output results in the body having a decreased ability to recover in an appropriate manner and timeline. And it is a long-term condition.
I first got sick in 2007, and I was diagnosed with ME about 6 months later. I was a recording engineer and music producer, and when I got sick, I had to stop working because I could only go for about 2 hours before I needed to lay down. Not only that, I couldn't even listen to music for years at a time because of sound sensitivity.
One of the most common theories is that it's caused by a chronic infection, and the infection comes into the body's immune system is unable to get rid of it completely, and the infection then hides in different parts of the body, and the body's response to that infection can lead to many of the common symptoms like low energy, body pain, brain fog, difficult focusing and concentrating, and insomnia.
When Todd found out he had ME, I was relieved because I kind of knew all along. He had been sick for months and we had no indication of what it was. The first part of our lives together, he was a happy guy. He was easygoing, easy to live with. He was an achiever. He had Juno Awards and Grammy Awards. And then after he got sick, he was a guy who could barely survive. He was a guy who didn't have enough energy to even listen to how my day went sometimes. And in a lot of times, I was very alone in that.
My symptoms have changed somewhat from when I first became ill, partly because I've learned how to manage it and to listen to my body more than my mind. So just by being responsive, I can get a bit more out of my day. But symptoms in general are cyclical, and I've had periods where I have a lot of muscle and joint pain, other times where fatigue is very oppressive, or brain fog, the cognitive clarity is very difficult. So all these things come into play, and it's really hard to say that I've improved much in all that time.
ME is a disease that sucks your energy. You have to take it day by day.
Currently in Canada, 500,000 people are affected with ME. Those are the people who have actually been diagnosed. There are probably many, many other people who have been suffering for a long time and who haven't had the proper diagnosis.
I've had some of the best doctors, specialists, great naturopath. I've tried all kinds of supplements over the years to boost my immune system, long-term antibiotics, some mental training to improve health, as well as testing in the States that's not available in Canada, and some alternative modalities. But ultimately, nothing has made great improvements in my condition.
So there's nothing directly that treats ME, but if we do have the ability to find some of the causative factors, then we can absolutely try to eradicate them.
It's a heartbreaking disease. He has had to miss some of our daughter's school performances because he was just too sick to go, and there's nothing more heartbreaking than that. I've come through to accept the disease for what it is. I'm not happy about it, and there's times where hopelessness gets a hold of me, and then I remind myself that everything is temporary and that this can get better, this can change too, and I will not give up hope. Because sometimes I get glimpses of the old Todd in there and I say, that's him and that's what I'm waiting for to come back.
I'm hoping that it is something that's going to be taught in medical schools and in naturopathic education. I think that's really the only way that we're going to make huge strides down the road.